The forgiveness in God's kingdom is to be our nature, not a number. See, this all started by Peter asking a question. Do you remember the question that Peter asked? Chapter 18, verses 21 and 22. Look at it again. Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times? Jesus answered, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. So this whole story is prompted by the question related to a number. How many times do I need to forgive somebody? And we all think that way, do we not? Well, this is the 3rd time you hurt me the same way. This is the 5th time you've hurt me. You've done the same thing over and over again. One man said that when he and his wife get in an argument, his wife becomes historical. Not hysterical, but historical. And the same can be true of a husband as well. We list all the times that we've been hurt. We keep an account. We count a number. This is the number of times that you've hurt me in this way. And so Peter is saying, Lord, how many times do I need to forgive someone? Would 7 be enough? Would 7 be adequate? Now, where did he get the number 7? It came from the culture of that day because rabbis taught that the Old Testament law implied that you should forgive someone at least 3 times. So even in the Old Testament covenant, and the rabbis would teach that even in the realm outside of the gospel that we learned from Jesus, that we should be forgiving people, but 3 is enough. If someone sins against you the 4th time, you don't have to forgive them. You don't have to be gracious to them. So Peter says, Lord, how about 7? He was feeling real good about himself. I've doubled it and added 1 to it. Would 7 be enough? And Jesus says to Peter, no, Peter, you don't understand. It's 77. Now, Jesus wasn't saying 77 as in a number. He was implying the idea of an ongoing process. He was teaching Peter what you and I need to learn as well, that forgiveness is never about a number. It's about your nature. Okay? It's not about keeping account or keeping a counting of how many times you've been hurt or how many times someone has, quote, sinned against you or offended you in some way. It's not about keeping account. It's about developing a certain nature in your life. So forgiveness isn't a number. Forgiveness is to be our nature. If you're counting offenses, you're missing the point.